Death, to me, is an illusion. I truly understand that these physical flesh robes that we wear are just meat puppets that we walk around in and manipulate. But they're not who we really are. Our true nature is an eternal being. And this goes on and on and on. But the emotional nature of a human being is to perceive that this is all we get. This is it, this lifetime. This, I must get things right. I've got to do things. I've got to prove myself and leave a legacy. But I believe it's much more important to understand our true nature. And a story that I love to tell my students and my clients to understand what true nature really is involves a fox and a scorpion. The fox is quizzical by nature, and the scorpion, as we know, has a tendency to want to sting. The scorpion found himself on the shore of a river one day, and he needed to get across. He was very, very upset. And he asked a snake that was coming through the grass, "Will you give me a ride across this river?" And the snake said, "Sorry, there's no way, because you'll sting me." The scorpion was frustrated, but then along hopped a rabbit. And the scorpion pleaded with the rabbit, "Please, rabbit." And the rabbit got afraid and ran away, but then came back. And the scorpion said, "Please, I need to get across the river. Will you carry me?" The rabbit thought about it for a moment and then said no and hopped off. Then along came a fox who was curious. And the scorpion said to the fox, "Will you give me a ride across the river?" And the fox said, "No, you'll definitely sting me, and then we'll both die." And the scorpion pleaded, "Please, please, I need to get across the river." The fox went away, but then because he was curious, he came back. And the scorpion said, "Please, please reconsider. Please, will you give me a ride?" And the fox said, "Okay, but you have to promise that you're not going to sting me." And he crouched down so the scorpion could climb on board, and across the river they started to go. But then halfway through the river, the scorpion freaked out and stung the fox. This started to paralyze the fox, and as he began to belly up and die in the water, he turned to the scorpion and said, "Why did you do this?" And the scorpion said, "It's my nature." You see, we can't go against nature. And it really makes sense for us to just give in to the fact that this flesh body is all we have for this lifetime, but that we are eternal beings. And how I understand this the most is when I'm in the deep trance state of meditation, because at that point, I disappear. There is no body, there is no gender, there is no time, there is no location, and there is no me. No little self. No ego, but only the greater self. And this is what I want to leave you with when I go off from this flesh robe.